Welcome to Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous on a Government Pension. If you're a government employee in California, you don't have to work to get rich. Sometimes you can just retire to get rich. Over 50,000 retired government employees collect paychecks that exceed $100,000 each year for the rest of their lives. But government golden parachutes aren't limited to a single monthly retirement check. One of the more outrageous pension excesses comes in the form of double dipping, or collecting a government retirement check while also getting a paycheck from a government job. One example of this is deferred retirement option plans that allow government workers to collect retirement pay while they're still on the job. In San Diego alone, 11 firefighters who took advantage of this perk received pension payments exceeding $500,000 last year. In one case, a fire captain and former president of a local San Diego firefighter union was able to collect a lump sum of $711,000 on top of his pay. Those who know how to game the system are able to set themselves up with taxpayer-funded golden parachutes and lavish retirements. At least 17 California legislators collect a government retirement check and a paycheck each month. Assemblyman Jim Cooper retired from the Sacramento Sheriff's Office at the young age of 50 with an annual pension of $174,000. Combined with his pay as an assemblyman, his total income each year is $273,000. Santa Ana's city manager collects an annual salary of $315,000 plus benefits and also receives $234,000 in a pension from his previous government job in Phoenix, bringing his income to over $500,000 per year. In the small Southern California community of Ojai, the superintendent of schools makes $260,000 in a state pension from Illinois, and at the same time, he makes $170,000 a year on a job that he would be banned from in Illinois if he wanted to keep getting his retirement checks. His annual salary plus pension combo comes to $430,000. An employee who is part of California's largest government retirement system, CalPERS, is allowed to retire and be hired back on a part-time basis or consultant basis, plus receive full retirement pay and benefits. For example, a firefighter whose retirement pays $150,000 a year can boost their income considerably by going back to work part-time as a consultant for the very same fire department and getting another monthly paycheck from the taxpayer. A great incentive for every eligible retiree to retire as soon as possible so they can make more money. These outrageous examples of public pension abuse would not be an issue if the taxpayer weren't on the hook for funding these lifestyles of the rich and famous. Taxpayers not only have to pay more in taxes to make up for an underfunded pension system, but we also have basic city services, including public safety, reduced when money has to be shifted to pay people who aren't even working. It would be a very different story if government pension systems provided a defined contribution rather than a defined benefit retirement. In a defined contribution system, money invested in a retirement account would solely belong to the retiree, and any shortfall or windfall would not impact the rest of us. As the system currently stands, a guaranteed government retirement income allows a few to get rich at the expense of the many. That's not fair, and that's not common sense.